Kamikaze from the 100th floor. Swan dive to the street. Swan dive to the street. Kamikaze from the 100th floor. Swan dive to the street. Couldn't handle this mess no more. Couldn't handle it. Swan dive to the street. Yeah.
Very, very quick hover, just to make sure it does fly. It's really not very smart in the complete darkness. Okay, so you should bring a flashlight. Alright, here we go. Oh shit. Props are hitting the battery. Oh yeah. Okay.
Can you delete it? Shit like that. How's Tamarine man buns back before I joined the Navy and everything?
Long hard road, Tamarine.
Oh golly, I'm just a funny kind of guy. I'm not. Hello and welcome to Turbo Reviews. Bet you didn't think you'd ever see me again. Those of you that, 5 of you that maybe watch my junk. But, and by God, I love you 5 people. 10, whatever it is. It's not very damn many, I'll tell you that. But kind of a waste of my time and energy. But, and I've been doing that a lot lately. That's kind of one reason I've been thinking about, about shutting it down. Deleting all the videos, closing that account. I've even got some videos, the end of the last show videos.
Just been a real mother for the past few months.
There it went. Quad, Cameron, whole arch circuit. See ya. 15 milliamp hour battery. See ya. Today, I'm stupid enough to get my son involved in this whole deal. He flies line as sight. He's been flying LOS for a long time. He's afraid to do the FPV thing. He's never even tried it. I've tried to give him my Amway commanders and let him, just give it a shot. And he thinks he'll get. He's got motion sickness real bad. He used to when he was a kid. He used to get sick in the car. If he sat in the back seat, and especially if we were going through mountainy or hilly area. Up and down and stuff, he would get ill. So it's a bad deal. I kind of had it when I was a kid too. That's probably where he got it. But I only remember one time it was real bad. I threw my guts out at Six Flags as soon as we got there in the parking lot and I got out. It's terrible. But so anyway, he's decided he was going to try it. So I got him these. I don't know anything about them. We're going to try those out. I started on box goggles and they were fine. I started on the worst ones than that. The Ishin E007s, I think. Is that right? I don't know. They're around here somewhere, actually. But they're non-diversity. One antenna, no DVR, no .16x9. They were the only box goggles I knew of at that time. It was about 3 years ago, maybe. And so And then I graduated to the goggles 2, put my own DY DVR on it. And now I got the Commanders because I just can't see, if Patriarch wants to send me a free pair too and let me try them, and I'll say they're great too if they are. If they're not any better than the Amways, that's what I'll say. But I've been told both, so I won't know because there's no place around here to get them or try them. And I just won't fork over $500 for a pair of goggles with having to spend $200 plus on everything to make them work, and not know if they're any better than my $300 Amways and everything comes included. Which I've got different antennas, but that's a very low cost expense, and I think everybody changes antennas. I'm probably going to put different ones on the ones that I got for the boy. Anyway, what brings me here today? The quad I got him. It's a heck of a bargain. I mean, a heck of a bargain. AKK and Litus RC. Makes me think of Get Lit or Litus. I don't know if they mean that by it or just coincidence, but LITIS RC. But they bringing you this here. It's the kind of the remake, I guess, of the Vortex 180. The Cicada 180. Here we go. Check it out. And I do have the advanced version. Plug and play. It comes with in a ready to fly form, but there's no advanced in it that I saw. You have to do the basic, I guess. And the difference in the basic and advanced, the only ones I really saw was the advanced does have an F4 omnibus flight controller. The basic has an F3 SP Racing, and the motors. What's the basic has 1306, 3100 kV, and these are 1407, 3500 kV. So a little bit bigger motors. I think those are the same size as my brother. They look kind of like the Brother Hobby. Actually, they're probably knockoffs. I don't think Brother Hobby had anything to do with them or built them because they are slightly different, but they kind of look along the same lines. Anyway, it's a good looking little quad. Top slung battery. I thought that'd be cool for him. I'm kind of thinking my next, I do have one, the Space One that I'm in the middle of kind of jacking around with, whether I'm going to keep doing this crap or not. Build. It's going to be a top slung battery. It's kind of like an alien style, but it's the Galaxy. But it comes with a your VTX antenna. I don't know how good it is. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't flown at FPV. I did do a LOS. I'll show you that here real quick, and then I'll probably just leave you with the FPV. I'll go out and do that after I film this. A little windy today, so I don't know how that'll turn out, but I think I can maybe get this through the walnut trees. It's a little smaller compared to like a 220 or a 250, 180. So I wish it was a 150. I wish they would have made it the 150. That would have been about perfect, I think, for him and for what I like too. But the 180 is not bad, and it's pretty light. But I did go through big tribunal and trial with this thing because I didn't do just what everybody does. It tells you basically how to do. Well, let's just go through the box. Not much to it. What comes in the box? Nicely packed in there. It's real good. It does come in packed good. And you get this owner's manual, quick guide, but it's really for the basic version. It didn't tell me anything I needed to know. I just saw, I got an email today, day late, back from AKK, I believe, that maybe answering my question of how to hook up S-Bus or IBUS, but see, I went with IBUS. He doesn't have a radio, and I've got him the jumper coming because I wanted to get him multi-protocol So that way he can, you know, get whatever model he wants, whichever one's cheapest. Because a lot of times you'll go to the Chinese sites, especially, and Spectrum might be cheaper than FreeSky. FreeSky might be cheaper than FlySky. You just never know. One's going to be cheaper though, and sometimes cheaper than plug and play. So this way he can get cheaper. For now, I've just got him the one of my old Eachine FlySky i6 knockoffs. So I went with IBUS. I didn't want to do PPM. PPM's outdated, old, done, over. I'm not going to do PPM. I'm not going to do PPM. Nobody could help me. I reached out to 4 or 5 different reviewers and people of the community, and some of them didn't even comprehend what the heck I was saying, and which that's a little understandable. Things at me that I already knew, you know. I mean, I don't know who they deal with, but they must be really dumb, because I don't know everything, and I'm not going to claim to be the FPV know-it-all, but okay, you get an extra set of props, and these are 40/45s, two blades, and you get an extra strap. It's a pretty nice feature, and you get your wrench for your prop nuts. You have one counterclockwise and one clockwise. And I have found, I forgot, that the Assassin 180 is a 180. So I had a few propellers left from it. I want to try these bull nose ones out. And there's just a set of regular ones. And these don't have the pitch right on them. They look pretty close, so they're probably 40/40s or 40/45s. Probably work, but then I do have a couple sets of 40/45 tries. They're bullnose. You know, these are outdated too. They were bought when I got the Assassin. These are probably Eachine props, or whoever makes Eachine props. They're the hard, you know, not the real flexible kind. They bust easy, but anyway, we'll see how it flies with those. Just got enough oomph to speed them. But let's go over a few of the specs, I guess, and then I'll clue you in on what kind of trouble I went through.
You're taking off. You're gonna take the Cicada up. God dang it.
We're out here with the Cicada 180. Decided to, for some crazy reason, to get my son into this nonsense, setting him up FPV. So I'm testing this thing out. It's been a trying event. Got a 1,000 milliamp battery on here. They recommend an 850, I believe, but I don't think you'll have any trouble handling this one. Wow, it's got plenty of go. Huh. Guess we can try a little punch out while the battery's fresh, maybe a little bit here. Don't like gun punch outs, third person view or line of sight. Uh-oh. Plenty punchy enough, gosh dang it. Trust me, it'll get it. Here. Those little 1407s. Not too potent, but not bad. The battery may not be the best either, it's an old one. Pretty windy. No wonder you're getting blown, kind of. Oh goodness. pretty windy. I'm gonna bring it down. The 180 is lighter than I thought. I had more weight than that, but pretty light, really. Oh shoot! What are my nuts? I hit the throttle. My legs did. Holy cow! About to kill it. Goodness. All right, there's the LOS. Hope it filmed. I ended up connecting the only pad things that are labeled on that pad in there. There's a 1.5 volt and a bunch of 3.3 volts and some grounds. Other than that, nothing's labeled S-bus, IBUS, nothing except DSM2 is labeled. And so I did learn about a month or two ago that IBUS will work with DSMX, then that's what you use on a lot of the new F4 boards if you don't have an open UART, if you're using them all for smart audio or what have you, and you're using something different, you can use, because you can't use the S-bus pad because it's inverted. So, which I also heard, I've seen, watched a few videos, some people said that the IBUS set system, and when you select it in Betaflight and set everything up IBUS, you don't care what you hook it to. You can hook it to PPM, you can hook it to any of them, but I don't know that because some people said no. So I just don't know about that. What's right or wrong there. I just know what I do know is that I saw it done to DSM pad and signal pad, and you just set it for IBUS, serial ports. Serial-based receiver, and it works. So they're all UARTs. It's I don't know why they actually label it. Now that's gonna kick on. Don't know why they have to label it DSMX2. I guess because they put it right next to it, 3.3 volt pad makes it easy to everything's right there for your Spectrum satellite stuff. So I understand it, but so that's all I did was. I recommend, I don't know, use what you want, but I wanted the diversity, 2 antennas, and it almost came down to putting this in, and the littler, much littler, I'm going to fit in there so much easier, and but it's just got the one antenna. But I think the range, I think I looked up, and it's pretty close, if not the same thing as this. So. Who knows if the range testing is right? I've never tested it. I don't know. I've never even used this receiver, I don't think, maybe once, if ever. This one I have used, and it has pretty decent range, I thought. So it was coming down to that because I could not make this one work. And I got to thinking, maybe the dang receiver's just bad, but I was bound to it. I knew I was bound. But it wouldn't arm, it wouldn't do this, there's a bunch of stuff I went through fighting this thing, but took all day. It was dark when I got done, so I do like a little quick 10-15 second hover test in the complete pitch black darkness out there, just to see if it hovers and flies, and it did. So anyway, it's all good now, but man, it was troublesome, but it is a neat little quad. Let's go through some specs on it, I guess, and I'll show you my LOS. I need to put some eyeballs in for this here reading business. Alright, 2mm carbon fiber and aluminum standoffs. Got the 2mm flat carbon fiber / plastic hybrid material as well. Probably the base board, because it looks like it's integrated. Everything's pretty well integrated. I mean, you can take the pieces and parts off of it, but it's proprietary. The parts, the VDX, the flight controller, it's all built for this one. I mean, you could rip all the guts out, I'm sure, and start over, mount whatever you want, but just saying, for the price point, I think that's why it's that way. Because you can get, right now actually, they're on sale, cheaper than I bought this one. The basic version is $98.99, I think, and the advanced is I want to say $109.99. I think it's like $10 higher than the base version either way, 10 or 20. And then man, I paid, I think it was 20 or 25 extra for DHL, faster shipping. It got here in 5 days or less from China. Awesome. So AKK, I like that coming in. If you look at their site, you should go there. Their specialty is VTXs. They're big VTX camera people, really, I think. And they have dirt cheap, and you know, ones that are the same thing as TBS and stuff, but they're $15, you know, compared to 30 and 40. But so I'm gonna try several of them. That's what's on this one. It's got smart audio, and that's the one difference in the advanced and basic. This one's got smart audio. You can do your VTX from the sticks. I think that's maybe the only way you can do it. But it's got, I don't know, it's kind of, like I said, the manual don't tell you enough. It's misconstruing there, because this, on the basic version, that button, that's your boot button. Well, on this one, it's got your boot button right here on the board. So I'm wondering if this may be VTX on this version. I'm scared to push it. I don't want to put it in bootloader mode. Never done the smart audio thing, but I've got to because it's in pit mode. That's why I don't have a third-person view or a first-person view in the LOS I did with it, the little Maiden, because it was in pit mode and I get 5 feet from it and the signal's gone. I set the power is set up to, well, let's just go through the specs again, like I said. Okay, the CPU, one has the basic has the STM32 F303. This one has the advanced has the STM32 F405 F4 Omnibus. This one has an altimeter in it, a BM280. So it does have barometer. I guess it'll tell you altitude. I haven't seen the OSD yet. They both have 3.2.2 Omnibus, or Betaflight. One has SP Racing F3 and the other one's Omnibus F4 SD. Black box, the base has 8 megabytes, I guess, and the advanced has none. That's where it's checked, and thing I'll have done check that. And then it says the receivers supported base version PPM, S-Bus, advanced version PPM, S-Bus, DSM, and IBUS. And OSD, only the advanced has it. Betaflight OSD. VTX, I believe, is the same. 25, 200, 500, and 800 milliwatt. 5645 to 5925 frequencies. Adjustable by ABEFR. Bands 5 on both. Channels 40. Smart audio is on the, it says it has a button, so it may be that side button. I'm going to try that. So I don't feel like messing with smart audio just yet. And pit mode, this one has it, the base doesn't. Antenna, that has the base has an integrated antennas built into the borders in the quad somehow. This one has cloverleaf. So there's the other difference. And then the motors, 1306 versus 1407s. And you can only run 3S, it says, with the base version as well. Both have the same propellers. Recommends a 850 milliamp 3S 40C for the basic, and for the advanced it recommends a 450 to 850 3S 4S 40C to 75C. Both have XT30s. They both have the same ESC 16 amp 20 amp burst. PWM 1 shot, D shot 150 and 600. 700 TVL CMOS camera, 960 by 576. LED boards integrated in the PDB. Both have a lost beeper. The weight of the basic version is 190 grams. This one it says is 220 grams. That's what I got. They could weight it without the antenna and props. And the flight time, highly dependent upon battery and flying style, 3 to 4 minutes typical. And then it shows you, see some of this stuff, but it doesn't say base, advanced. Well, that's the base version. So that's why I was calling that the boot button. That's the boot button on the base version, but I don't believe it is on this one because we have a board right here. That's the F4 Omnibus. Here's the two boards. It does show you that. That's the F3. That's the F4. So when I seen that, I recognized my board. And I did see the DSM was labeled. Let's see over here. It's telling you about the basic version. All you can do is S-Bus and PPM. That's it. That is it. And so, but it doesn't say crap about advanced at all. S-Bus, nothing. And there's a, I'll show you the connector. This connector right here toward the back, the rear of the quad, GTS 3-pin. That is, says PPM and IBUS, S-Bus, both. Either one for the basic version again. So I'm unsure about that, but I figure if you had S-Bus, it probably would work for the advanced as well. But I'm using IBUS again here, so nada. I ain't got nada. I got nothing to go on here. So I go with the DSM pad, the signal pad, and I string the 5 volt from somewhere on the board. I just tested some places and found a 5 volt. Put the positive there, and I left the negative on the DSM, hoping that a ground was a ground is a ground. I didn't know if the 5 volt would be powered without the UART being turned on, so reason for putting the 5 volt somewhere else. Let's see, that's about it. It tells you kind of, it does tell you a little about flight modes. It has 3 set up, I guess. Acro, horizon, and angle on channel 5. So it shows you Fly Sky radio for the, but I'll bet you $1 million the ready to fly version is PPM.
Screw that nonsense.
And it shows you a little bit about your OSD, how to adjust your stuff, and how to firmware update it. That's for the Omnibus. It'll show you that. It shows you the SP3. And that's about all you got for the quick start guide.
What do you mean, big bush? I mean, stripped down and got a big bush out there in front of everybody. Like this. I like knitted yarn. I do. I like knitted yarn.
Well, we had a short holiday and we're back. Went to Hong Kong for a little bit, spent some time there, a lunar time. We're back! Make a love to it, get on down. Make a love to it, get on down. TV song with Jaddy Judy going on.
I swear I was just outside and I seen a monkey in a UFO. I swear I seen him. I don't know what happened to him, where he went to, but I did see the sun gun. He was hovering around the place.
Like Mario Brothers.
Woo! Just joined the new Blues Brothers band. Rubber biscuit, bouncy, 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 rubber biscuit, bouncy, bouncy. I got it going on. Bow, bow, bow.
Know it, you know it, shampoo.
It left me going, okay, now what? So I moment of silence for the dead. Alright. Got pretty good camera tilt.
Power has it.
There's straight on. There's all the way up. There's straight on forward camera. You got pretty good tilt. Gonna be hauling ass for you up there like, yeah, come on, you gonna be hauling ass. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do now, I think. I'm going to take you through the quick day. I've shortened this way down. About 12 hours down to, or maybe more, down to 3-4 minutes. Because I just cut out the stuff that was useless. It was, you know, click, nothing. I think I may show a little of that, but anyway, I think I'll show you that. What I went through was the IBUS thing, and so I'm going to be the first to let you know because I couldn't find a video on it.
Glasses on, you know, felt them on the nose.
I couldn't find a video one on that subject really, on especially this board in particular, and I wasn't trusting enough on the ones that were saying connect it anywhere to just do that and trust that it would work because it hadn't been working so far. When I just, because the first time I did connect it to the one that said S-Bus PPM on the basic, just the one in the rear, the one that's back here. It's underneath my receiver now, but that one that's they call out for the receiver port. I did connect it there first because I thought, well, maybe they are right. The S-Bus doesn't care about inverted when you tell it in the configurator it's S-Bus. It maybe knows and works. I don't, you know, like I said, I've never tested that subject. I don't know. It didn't work for me, and it could have been for multiple reasons now I find. I mean, it may not have been that port. It may work just fine on that port, so don't take my word for golden, but just take my experience for what I tell you it is and what I did, and it works. I couldn't get the radio to even show up in the configurator. It was bound to the receiver. I'd turn it on, the light would go solid on the receiver, everything set up, yet it would not. I remember now. It's been a long day, or yesterday. It's been a long time, yesterday. I had two things in one UART. I went back to the configurator and I was like, well, you can't do that, dummy.
You can't do that.
Bardwell would have caught me because he asked me to send him a picture of my configuration tab. And I got it working by then, so I said, it's all good, bro, and went on. But he was going to take another look because he couldn't figure out what I was getting at, I guess, either, and why it wasn't working either, which, you know, it was baffling me. I was, you know, I'm not an idiot, you know, again, but, you know, I don't know everything, and I'm never going to claim to be the know-it-all or any close. I don't study near as much as Bardwell and those guys do. I learn what I need to know as I'm going and learning, you know, and I learn a little extra. I mean, I watch their stuff and soak in, you know. I mean, or I would have known I could have used the DSM pad to work IBUS. But I remembered that crap, and you better remember it too. You just never know. And so, because, see, I think that's part of some of these guys' problems. I think they cram all this in and then do the video, and then, you know, maybe 3 weeks, a month down the road, they don't really remember exactly how they did or what they did. Because, you know, there's things I forget too that I've done before. And, well, like the last thing that I finally figured out on it wouldn't arm. I got it to show up in the configurator, all was working, but it would not freaking arm. And I was like, eh. And the only thing I could think of was, well, long ago, it did the same thing on me. And I was using IBUS and a FlySky i6 before I had the Trans, I believe. And I did some asking and some studying, and it was the throttle, your endpoints. My, you know, if your throttle low point is higher than what it is in Betaflight, it won't arm, and that's what it ended up being. I went to, because on the FlySky i6, it don't tell you that. It tells you 100% is what it was supposedly doing both directions. Then you've got the screen that shows you the bars that when you move the sticks, go over and back. Well, the throttle, the throttle, full forward wasn't going all the way completely over to the right. All the rest of them were. When I go full, both directions, I go full left or right. Throttle would not go all the way over. So I thought, maybe you just need to be slid over, you know. So, because it was zeroed as well. Yeah, it was zeroed, you know, as far as the midpoint. It was there all at 1500. So I knew that wasn't it. So that's all I could think. It, you know, I'll give it a shot. And right as I did, Mr. Albert Kim shot me a PM and said, check your throttle endpoint. And I said, I just did. That's what it is. Yeah, it scared the crap out of me. I'll show you that video right here.
Hey, it's arming. Don't know why. Sweet baby Jesus. Mr. Josh. Look at there, will you?
That's when I didn't expect it to arm because I hadn't been for a day, you know, clicking those switches for a freaking day, the whole day, and it wasn't doing crap. So I sure as hell didn't expect motors to spin up. Thank God I had the props off, but I have learned my lesson there. So there you go. It's just, I tell you what, and I'm kind of almost to the point, if I'm going to stick with this crap, because I am addicted, I love it, I'm going to lie, but I may try the KISS. It's high dollar and all this and that and the other, and Betaflight's, everything for Betaflight, you know, hardware to firmware is easy and peasy, and I know it to an extent, but what I've heard a lot of the KISS guys say, Mr. Nowak, but yeah, they say, you know, especially Nowak, he says, I want to install the stuff and go fly. I don't want to troubleshoot. I don't either. You know, I don't want to sit here and solder and configure and change, and I don't want to do that. I want to put the son of a bitch together like it says, configure it one time, set it up like you like it, go have fun, fly the thing, do what you built it for. I don't build to build, you know, I do enjoy building, don't get me wrong, to a point, but rebuilding and fixing crap and replacing faulty parts and shelling out money for nothing is getting old. Old.
Here's comes my rant. That's coming out.
It is. It's getting freaking old, and you don't hear the KISS guys having that problem. They don't have faulty, you know, oh, I got a faulty board, I got this, you know, I think you're any, I don't study up on it, but I don't hear many people or any that say, you know, I got this KISS board and it's no good. Everybody that uses it loves it. So the Galaxy may be my first one that I put that in. I may put a KISS, the new stuff. I'm not sure. I want to go with Nowak setup, but I also want to try the all-in-one setup board they got. So I'm kind of divided on that deal. I may shoot Nowak a PM if possible, or on his YouTube channel or something, ask him his recommendations and why he, you know, if it's just old school and he's, you know, that's him, is the separate ESCs, or if he has a specific reason for it, or if the cost, you know, if one burns out, you have to replace 4, you know, so, and they're higher, you know, so may be very beneficial to go with the 4 separate, you know, on each arm. And the Galaxy is going to be a fairly decent size, you know, bigger, a little heavier, because it's not your light, ultralight ripper, you know, it's more of an acro top slung battery, that type of quad I'm kind of wanting to play with. And it's actually a True X. That's not me either. But, yeah. And I also wanted to do the reverb frame. And I thought about putting KISS on it, building it exactly like Nowak's reverb. And I may do that, even down to the hype trains.
But Butt Grinder's got my hype train deal going wacko.
Well, I don't know. And it's nothing against the bot grinder guy. I mean, I don't know, man. He's probably a kick-ass guy. I'd probably get along great with him, actually. But bot grinder, it makes me think of butt grinder, and makes me think of, you know.
Butt grinder? Why didn't he nickname himself Butt Grinder? No, it's Bot Grinder. These are robots, you know, bots. Drones, bots, and stuff. Sounds like Butt Grinder to me.
I'm from Missouri. We're from the sticks, hillbillies. We hear that shit and we're thinking, butt grinder.
Don't get too close to that old boy.
I'm just rambling now, aren't I? But, the butt grinder motors are cheaper. And I like the green. I do like the green. That's kick ass. But you get to see a killer green motor, and I've been wanting to do a green color scheme on a quad, really. But I don't think I'll get butt grinder motors, even though they are hype trains or by Rotor Riot, hype train, whatever. But they are like $22, $23 comparably to the $25 to $30 Umagods or the first Noack set or the Dribs. Well, I like the looks of them, the Dribs. They're pretty. So are the Umagods. Some bitches are pretty. And I may end up with the Umagods. Oh no. Because they're the high KV and I like that. Still, I got everything stacked here because it was all going to go in a big box. I got everything boxed up down here below me. Everything. I was going to put everything, Tranus, everything in one big box, take a shot or two of it, and kind of go through just a few of the items that are in there and say how many more, and just highest bidder gets the sucker, you know. And I haven't totally given up. I'm pretty hardcore when it comes to giving up. A guitarist, you can't be, because you're not going to play what you want to play the first time ever, just like you want to play it, you know. I mean, everything takes work and practice and time, and it's just the way things. It's live, kids. All right, this thing's like 40 minutes in. I have to edit the hell out of it, and I think I went through everything with the Cicada. It's a great value, kids. Pick one up. I don't think any quad lover should go without this one. For $100, my God, it's a 180 size with 14.0. Or rather, the $100 versions got 1307 motors, whatever. Yeah, micros are more than that. I've seen micros at 160, 170, 180 bucks for freaking 100 millimeter, 90 millimeters. Granted, they've got run cams and, you know, name brand parts usually, but still, yeah. This is supposed to have a decent camera and stuff, but we'll check that all out. But I'll set off here. I don't know where I've thrown the LOS side in. I may have already done that. If I have, then we're going to the FPV right now, and I'll see you out. Enjoy. Turbo Views is semi-back. We may do a review on these VRD2 Pros here. Got a DVR and a whole 9 yards for a starter goggle. It might be alright. Box set. I don't know if I can shove another box set on my head now that I'm a Amway Commander guy. We'll give it a shot though. I may let my boy tell you how they are. And if he's getting the motion sickness, we don't throw up all over the place. Here's your quad, here's your stuff. Oh, great, he loves it. Alright. Well, Sonny Boy's got him a killer little quad, inexpensive, nice starter FPV. Like I said, he's been doing LOS a long time. Got him some goggles, got him a fly sky and a jumper on the way. He's set up. You know what? It's Turbo Views, and I am out of here. Okay, well, I'm doing another LOS. Wasn't happy with that FPV at all. It scared me. I don't know what the deal was. Just plain scared me. I feel it's still too big for these trees or what, but and I'm not, the controls are weird. And I'm trying some the 3-blade props that I had for the Assassin. Do another LOS line of sight here and see what we can figure out, so we can get to fly a little better and try another line of sight. I mean, another FPV. I don't really want to, dang it. There's a tri-blade Assassin. I like them better. Yeah. Like that much better. Have to get some racecraft or something for it. Oh shoot! What the heck was that? Wow! It landed right side up, isn't that something? Is it battery dead or what? What the heck caused that? The battery's just charged. What the heck caused that?